Hey guys,
Okay,
whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. Okay. Hello to everyone all over the world. Magkakasama na naman tayo sa panibagong kwentuhan this Saturday evening here at the Ganito Kasi Yan Pod, a podcast wherein we talk about anything and everything under the sun with me, your host, Jacob Maquiling. And for today's conversation is someone who has joined us in the past during the first season. Let us all welcome Lex Celera. Hello, Kuya Lex. Okay.
Yeah. Hey Jacob, I love your spiel. It's good to be back.
Mm-mm.
Short introduction about myself for people who didn't get to watch the last episode. Um, what am I? This is hard to answer. I hate this. It's hard to ano pala. Siguro just to put it short, I work in an agency called Monday Off with two other guys. We've done some work in the past 3 years that involves a lot of cool, high profile brands, but also some local brands. And I'm one of the co founders. We're a really small agency. Um, but you and I, we've met way back. Our families are friends. We both know each other in that way. I just also want to say na, congrats on making it so far. It's been so long since the last
Yeah.
time we talked, and I'm really glad that you've been continuing ever since. I'm also really glad that you invited me again. I honestly don't know why. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love conversing with you because it feels like we have such different perspectives on things. And maybe I'm saying that because I really feel like I'm older when we're talking to each other. So the fact that you call me kuya means it's a lot of like weight, but it's good also for me. Um, what else about me? I used to be the editor in chief of Scout way back. But now I'm really just working in an agency. I also have a day job. There's a lot of small projects that I'm doing here and there, but nothing yet coming out anytime soon.
Okay, that's good to know. And yes, I was able to continue naman this podcast.
So
Medyo
glad.
a few hiatus every now and then, every time things get shake,
That's
every
normal.
time things gets shaky. Pero yeah, I get to find some reason naman to continue.
That's good. I mean, how are you though? Like, how's everything going? In general, like outside of the podcast, we haven't even talked in a while, like even in person. Although we have been, in touch for a
Mm-mm.
little bit, but given the pandemic and everything, like 2021, this things has been going on. I haven't reached out or seen anyone in a while.
Mm-mm.
Our families haven't seen each other in a
Yeah.
while. How's it going?
Things are somehow great, I
That's
think.
good. That's good. Lots of things going on.
Mm-mm.
Same
Yeah.
here. I don't know, but I feel like there's a lot of like things are moving so fast at certain
Mm-mm.
times of the year. But
Yeah.
when you look at it like in terms of like your camera roll, or like when you look at Facebook, or even when you think about what you
Mm-mm.
did last week, when you think about it, parang wala kang ginawa or parang walang
Mm-mm.
nangyari. Pero ang dami nangyari. Like
Yeah.
it's really crazy for me. Um I know that there's a lot of stuff going on with you personally. Do you want to discuss that, or do you want to talk about it?
Sure, sure. Pero I just wanted to add, yeah, I was
Sure.
talking about it with a friend last night, how months go by so quickly na parang if we think
Yeah.
about it by month na parang ang tagal matapos sa isang month pero looking at it now, parang inisip ko June na pala ngayon
Oh,
na
nga. It's
parang
it's
I
already
feel
been
like
the half of the year.
yeah, I feel like parang kahapon ng December lang. Is
Accomplishments. I don't know if you want to gauge time by accomplishments. Parang bilis ng panahon. Parang walang
mm,
walang masyadong nagde-develop, which I feel like is fair, given the situation. I don't know, but in terms of like stuff going on around us, there's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah, parang ang dami pa rin.
Even ano ba, this week or last week?
Actually, this week is
Um
very eventful.
oh actually yeah.
Mm-mm.
Which one do you want to talk about?
First, let's go with ano muna, BTS Me, lalo na it's
Okay,
very
okay.
it really sparked a lot of conversations.
Let's start first. One, are you a fan of BTS?
Oh
Do
no,
you
not
you're not
I
really
wouldn't I wouldn't
you wouldn't
say
call
I am a
yourself
fan.
army, like a member of
No.
army.
But
Okay.
I would say that I listen to their songs casually, pero not
Okay,
on
cool.
an everyday basis, but like seasonal.
Yeah, it's like if it's in the Spotify
Mm-mm.
playlist, you don't know who they are, but apparently when you look at your phone, it's BTS,
Mm-mm.
or you see them on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
Number two, did you try the BTS meal?
Nope. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
but
Which is
actually
yeah.
yesterday I went I wa- I'm the ano ngayon, I'm the assigned tribute to go out kasi I'm an out of school youth at the moment.
Based on
So so I feel like I am the one na I feel like medyo okay siya kasi I get to go out every now and then. Kasi before, when I was still going to school, like I would go out every 3 months, every 2 months, just to get a haircut.
mm, mm,
And and actually na-enjoy ko siya pag lumalabas ako ganun. Pag, usually, before before the pandemic, when I was just going school home, parang hindi ko masyado na-enjoy pag nasa labas ako. Pero right now, na-enjoy ko siya. Na-enjoy ko yung mga feeling na lumalabas.
it's such a different feeling, no? Parang
Yeah.
being
Mm-mm.
sheltered for so
Mm-mm.
long and going out, especially when you go out and you go to McDonald's and then
Mm-mm.
suddenly there's purple balloons in
Ah, yeah,
front
yeah, oo.
and there's streamers on the glass and then daming taong nakapila and then
Mm.
everyone's there's a certain energy there. That's what happened to me. I tried the BTS meal a few days ago while I was driving near my house.
Hmm.
I was in a car outside of my house, and then it was Father's Day, and then we just decided to get the BTS meal. Like I don't listen to BTS, not intentionally. I'm just not familiar with them.
Mm.
I know of them, so I can't call myself like a member of Army or a
Mm.
member like a fan. But we just decided to get it. It was me and my family. We were seven in the car, and apparently, when you drive through some McDonald's, uh, for the BTS meal, you can only get five. So
Oh.
hindi ako nakakuha ng BTS meal.
Ah, so
But
there's a cap of how many you
there's,
can.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's a fail safe. Kasi naman
Mm.
how the fans were or
Yeah.
are.
Mm.
And naman like, it's such a, grabe.
Mm.
The BTS as a brand is so strong
Yeah, oo.
na they managed to collaborate with the biggest or one of the biggest fast food
Yeah.
franchises in the world,
Mm.
and they made this global collaboration that I don't know what the figures are, but I feel like it's in the billions of dollars earned.
Mm.
Kasi grabe palang dito. And have you seen how people have preserved the
Yeah,
packaging or
oo.
made use of it? Did you see the one that they made the packaging into like a shoe? Like they
Mm.
modeled it on like a Nike shoe.
Actually, before pa na umabot sa Philippines yung BTS meal, I've
You've
seen
been seeing
stuff
it.
na sa Facebook about them putting it on frames, laminating it or something. I'm not sure if it was laminated or it was framed, pero it's either of the two. Basta talagang, as in, parang, I'm not sure if, hindi ako sure between the two, pero basta they placed it on the wall and it was like, talagang,
Yeah,
baka nga glass yun eh. Di
they
din ako sure.
preserved it in glass
Yeah,
and then
oo.
framed it,
Mm-mm.
which I feel like is fair. I feel like these guys are really hardcore fans, and
Mm-mm.
what McDonald's did for these guys is to provide them something that they could keep, that
Mm.
makes them remember of something that they love so much. So I feel like that's really the magic of it.
Mm.
But if you haven't bought yet, I suggest you do, even though you're not a fan, because the food is actually good.
Mm.
Um, McDonald's is fast food, like, it's unhealthy or whatever.
Yeah,
But what they added to the table was
the sauce.
yeah, the
Pero was it good
Cajun
ba?
and sweet chili sauce. Yes. So the thing, back to my story, I
Mm-mm.
didn't get to buy a BTS meal.
Mm.
Like my paper bag wasn't BTS, which is fine. What I got instead was like nuggets, McNuggets, and I you could order the sauces a la carte. So
Mm.
apparently you can do that in like McDo app or Grab or whatever. You can just go to the
Mm.
store and get it. Um yeah, it doesn't have to be branded by BTS, but you still get the taste, which I was after the whole time, like all along. And I was it was satisfying. Like the sweet chili sauce, I'm not such a big fan. It's a weird mix of sweet and spicy, which I like both, but the way that they did it isn't really, it's not like spectacular or anything. But the Cajun sauce, cheesy, a little bit spicy,
Mhm.
okay naman siya. I'm just curious to know why they picked those sauces. Kaya, is it the favorite of the members of BTS? Or did they have those sauces on hand and they just branded it that way? I don't know.
I'm
But
not sure, pero I think I was the one who bought the BTS meal for my mom yesterday. So,
sweet.
yeah, because 'di ba I was the designated tribute. So,
Yeah.
syempre like
I like
kung ano-anong
how you
utos.
call yourself the designated tribute, like it's a an official position or something. Like parang pag tinagalog mo, siya yung utusan, siya yung lumalabas ng bahay.
Oo. Yeah.
Anyway, as a designated tribute,
Mm. So, I was the one who's who's inutusan na bumili ng nung groceries, and aside from that, I was told to buy BTS meal. So, pagka order ko, I think I'm not 100% sure about what I saw, pero I think I saw na it was picked by BTS. I'm
it
not
was picked.
100% sure. Yeah,
The
if
sauce was picked.
yeah, the sauce, yeah. Regarding the
Ah,
sauce.
okay.
Mm.
Okay, interesting. How come you didn't buy for yourself though? Sayang.
No,
Could have tried.
I bought sa McDo, but I didn't buy the meal kasi
Okay.
I was it was lunchtime, so I was looking for lunch. So
Mm.
parang yeah. So I didn't get it na lang.
I get that din naman. Did you see though the negative reaction towards
Mm.
the
Yeah,
whole
oo.
BTS, like Grab drivers refusing
And
to
then
deliver BTS
there were people also like doing posting on Facebook and doing lives of like
them
burning or
destroying.
yeah, destroying the
What do you think about
McDo.
that?
Parang for me, if that's what you're going to do, sana di ka na lang bumili kasi like edi parang you took a chance from someone or a fan that wanted to get it.
Yeah.
Parang let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. Like if ikaw di mo enjoy, edi bahala ka. Wag mong enjoyin.
The way I see it naman, parang there's a little bit of anti K-pop,
Mm.
anti K-pop fan. So may konting layers of, I don't know, like prejudice
Mm.
or even sexism,
Mm.
or may implied, or may alam mo yun, like uh I don't want to say it here, pero yung there's a thing called hashtag BTS BIOT or something. Did
Mm.
you see that?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So sobrang bastos nun.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a layer also of like latent homophobia
Yeah, oo.
going on.
Pero
Like I'm not even sure if they are, but if they are, so what?
yeah.
So it's just weird to me. It's not really weird pala, pero it's just so sad. Like
Mm.
that's how people choose to react. And it's so funny then that they're trying so hard to show that they don't like something.
Mm.
And that's their personality na. They just don't like
Pero what I
they just
don't
don't like
get sa
something loved
mga
globally. Yeah, sorry.
pero what I don't get sa mga drivers is like, um, 'di ba, the more people purchase a BTS meal, the more they're earning something from it. So,
Ah, I
getting
kind
gets
of get
bakit.
for the Grab drivers and for the couriers like
Mm,
Food Panda, even the in-house McDonald's staff. I kind of get their side. Because here's the thing about like any fan of
mm,
like for this one, they want the packaging to be pristine.
hmm,
So when it comes to transport, there might be some problems on the way.
mm,
Nabasa ng coke or natapon
mm,
or it's too soggy. Umulan, tapos nabasa yung package. Yung mga ganong problems outside of the
hmm,
courier's control.
mm,
I have a friend who told me na there was a delivery guy. They ordered a BTS meal and they had it delivered. Um, the first three drivers that were scheduled, they canceled on them.
oh,
The fourth guy, he arrived. And then when he arrived, the first thing he said was, Sir, sorry talaga. Bakit siya nagsusorry? He was apologizing kasi may crease on the bag.
oh,
Just for a crease, he was
mm,
apologizing. What made him respond in that way or preempt that situation wherein he had to say that? There also must be some kind of like, angry BTS fan
mm,
that made these guys fear for, their livelihoods.
mm,
And it's such a complex issue kasi yun nga, some Grab drivers, they don't like or parang they refuse service but also they're bashing on the fans. Some fans got Grab drivers fired.
mhm,
Um, did you hear about that? Apparently, some Grab drivers who did the BTS BIOT thing or parang they shared it on Facebook or whatever. Nahanap sila because
mm,
you know how fans are. If they can find something, they're really gonna find it.
mm,
Like the energy is so strong. Alam mo yung mga situations on Twitter na there's this guy who says something funny and then yung
mm,
reply sa kanya funny but offensive, like yung mga reply sa kanya name, age, address. They find all the information from this account. And these are K-pop fans. These are their profile picture isn't their real name or their real face.
mm.
You don't know who they are, but apparently they know about you and they're sharing all the information that apparently is publicly available, and that's scary. That kind of energy is scary. So don't, in general, I really don't want to mess with any of these guys.
Yeah, oo.
But the bottom line, BTS meal is, you should try it, Jacob. I recommend it. Just get the sauces. You don't even need to get the meal. As you mentioned nga, parang the packaging could go to BTS fan that
Mm,
really needs it.
mm,
Um, but when it comes to Twitter, then kasi I don't know, it's such a weird space for me. I've been on Twitter for I don't know since college, 2011, and I lost my one account, and I have another account. But I'm not really super active there. Are
mm.
you?
Actually, same time din ako nag-start sa Twitter, 2011.
Wow, very early adopter.
Yeah.
It
I'm
was a different time back then, no? Parang wala
yeah, ang ganda.
masyadong
Actually, ang ganda ng interface ng Twitter before. I prefer
ano,
the interface dati kaysa sa now.
like wala masyadong rounded, like the buttons don't have rounded edges.
Yeah,
It's
tsaka
really
yung
just text
oo.
and then retweet, like, and the other one, comment or whatever,
Mm.
reply. Oh nga, I kind of, yeah, it's vaguely familiar to me, but I do agree. Sorry, what were you saying?
What was I saying? Hindi ko
Twitter
na
was
din
different back
maalala.
then.
Yeah, parang yung ano din, I really like in Twitter before na parang you can just share anything na parang, I'm going to sleep na gano'n or something. Na parang,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just woke
yeah, yeah,
up. I'm going to this, then ganyan.
yeah. Now people are losing their jobs.
Mm.
People are they're gone, they're getting canceled left and right. There's a lot
Napaka-messy na ng Twitter ngayon.
I feel like I don't know, what do you think about this whole like how Twitter's changed? How Twitter is in 2021? Like, do you like it? Do you not like it? I mean, you're still there,
Yeah.
still on Twitter, but what do you think about the whole, I
It's
don't know,
it's more
whatever
of ano
fiasco?
din, it's more of ano din kasi, you're there because people are there. just for you
Mm.
to be
You don't want to miss out.
yeah, parang para lang malaman mo kung ano yung nangyayari sa mga tao. Like, oh,
Mm.
kasi syempre, if you're not in Twitter anymore, if you delete your account, whether that's Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, you miss out on what's happening. Kahit sabihin natin na toxic yung Facebook, as much as it is toxic, you're still there because there's still a lot of stuff happening na you also don't want to miss.
I think Twitter is the most human out of all platforms. On Instagram, people are posting everything that they want to be. It's all aspirational. The best shoes, they want to get the best photo.
Mm.
On Facebook, that's where all the boomers live. It's funny. When you did for some people it's TikTok. Like when you're sleeping na and you're about to sleep, you just scroll through TikTok and you just watch video after video until you fall asleep. For me, it's Facebook, and then I just go on Facebook Watch, and then
Yeah.
have you seen those videos na it's a dubbed, or
Yeah.
it's
Oo.
they're trying to describe a movie just to
Yeah.
get around the copyright, because there's a copyright they can't get the audio.
Mm.
And then the image is reversed, or when they talk it's high pitch, and it's so funny. And dami ko na napapanood the movie na I haven't watched in 15-20 years, and now I'm finally getting to watch them, but they're in like 5 minute snippets. Like, have you watched those videos? Those are
Yeah,
super
oo.
entertaining. Like, this is a movie about a
Mm.
woman that hasn't seen
Yeah,
her
yeah,
father in a
oo.
while. She is carrying a torch and she's walking. Like, it's such a weird genre by itself, but I love it.
Yeah.
Twitter has none of that. Twitter
Mm.
doesn't, for me, Twitter doesn't have the funniest memes, but it has the saddest, wildest, and also the funniest human interactions that
Mm.
I've seen. Like, the gossip is super rampant. There's
Yeah.
a lot of chica, a lot of blind items. And then if you scroll long enough, or you snoop for far enough, you're gonna find some stuff you didn't want to see in the first place, like some weird stuff, some messed up, anything images going on. Like for me, that's the ultimate reflection of like humans, like how people interact, because it's all out in the open, and
Mm.
it's funny. Like the behavior of some people from, back in the old days,
Mm.
2011, when people would just be like, hello, good night, I'm gonna go sleep, or I'm listening to this song. Some people still do that, and then you see those tweets, and then may ibang tweets, ano ba naman tong tao na to, wala man lang kaalam-alam, you're so stupid. At the same time, like, it's just crazy to me. I don't know though, parang I feel like Twitter is gonna stay for a while,
Mm.
just for what it is. Have you tried Twitter Spaces?
Actually,
What's
I
it like?
just got it on my account, but I haven't tried it yet kasi honestly, my main Twitter is really just for retweets.
So you
Like,
you have a private Twitter.
yeah, oo. I have a
Okay.
private Twitter, like 10, 15 followers, ganon. Tapos parang, that's where I tweet, really. And then
That's
some
where
some
you really like let out.
yeah,
Like that's 2013, 2011 Twitter in full
yeah,
form.
oo.
I love
Pero
that kind
sa
of dynamic.
main, like, I just, for example, there's news or there's stuff I agree with, I retweet, okay. But I I don't really post a lot in Twitter.
It's
Kaya
more of
yung
like
tweet,
liking
kaya yung
tweets.
Twitter feed ko, it's like retweet, 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 retweet.
I get that. There's a lot of like archetypes to Twitter
Mm-mm.
users. People who retweet everything, as you mentioned, people who just tweet into the void. They don't have any person they talk to in particular. There's some people now it's their business to be on Twitter. That's
Mm-mm.
how they get people they could work with. For a lot of artists, I feel like that's how they get their business. Um I don't know though. Parang when I check my own feed, it's a mix of everything at once. Kaya I'm not really sure. When it comes to Twitter conversation, then kasi I feel like um, it's sometimes it's like a group chat na sobrang kalat.
Mm.
'Di ba? Parang it could have just been a conversation, but you chose to put it out in public. Especially now, like there's a lot of like weird, I'm not gonna say weird. There's a lot of like controversies on Twitter, and then suddenly you're gonna see a thread that everything's deleted or the account is gone.
Mm.
It's private or disabled or whatever. Um, I'm not sure, but it's gonna be so tough if speaking as us. Do you think there will be a time that you get canceled, and if so, like how do you think you're gonna handle it?
Ako kaya nga ako nag-iingat sa mga sinasabi ko dito eh.
Oh, okay. I get you.
That's why I have this certain level of censorship on myself, self-imposed.
Censorship, or you can call it being a professional. That's the
Mm.
thing. Because it's one thing to have like something bad to say. It's another thing to actually say it. So if you actually say it, make sure you can back it up. I don't know
Mm.
if you have the integrity. It's really hard, dude. Like I can't really tell. But actually, Twitter also for me is like a source of news.
Mm.
One behavior I found out with myself. Let's say there's a really good article that comes out in like GQ or like New York Times, and what I do is I look for the author, and then I follow them.
Mm.
So one of the people I follow right now is this reporter for the New York Times, Tech, si Taylor Lawrence. You should check her out. What she does is she has a beat that she follows. 'Di ba, it's tech, but she writes about TikTok stars.
Mm.
She writes about Twitter drama. Parang galing, like there's this new wave or this new space of like journalism that isn't so confined to like
Mm.
the old ways, but it's more of like, or not really the process, but even the scope. Like it talks about TikTok, it talks about all these other platforms. If you've heard of like Clubhouse,
Mm.
Green Room, or even streamers like Discord. By the way, are you on Discord? Do you know of Discord?
I'm in
Well, of course you
Discord
do.
due
You're
to a
younger
lot
than
of
you're younger than me. You should know
No,
more about
I'm
Discord.
in Discord due to like school stuff. Like
School?
yeah, yes, school
School?
stuff.
Wait, mandated by the school, or it's more of like
No,
this
parang
is
ano
our group
siya.
project?
No, it's like okay, 'di ba? I'm not sure if I've announced it in the pod, but I'm transferring to Ateneo. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, in
Congrats,
yeah.
congrats, Jacob. This
so
big news.
so there's this Discord server for freshies and transferees of Ateneo this
Wow,
year. So
wow.
there's this Discord server wherein you can ask like campus life questions, waitlist questions, transfer questions, org life questions, and all that. And I really don't get Discord. I don't get it at all.
That
So
is so crazy. That is so crazy. For me, Discord is advanced. Like I can't believe that people have a dedicated room that when they hop in on the voice chat, they could just discuss at any time.
mm-mm.
Like the way that Discord has affected a lot of people's lives is so crazy for me. Like I really feel old because during my, and I don't want to say this, but during my time, we had Yahoo groups. Are you familiar with Yahoo groups?
Not
No.
anymore. Yahoo
Yahoo.
Messenger though naabutan ko pa.
Okay. Yahoo Messenger, everyone knew, everyone knows about that. It's a
Mm.
cool thing. Yahoo groups, I caught the tail end of. Like palaos na siya when I came in. Yahoo groups is like
Was this
um
like college pa? Or
college. It's college, yeah. It was think of it as like a Google Drive. Na
okay.
it's where people share all pertinent files. Um
Ah.
and then it's like a message board like Discord that there's a chat, but the chat isn't like, it's not live, so you don't see like at Jacob is typing or whatever. It
Mm.
doesn't show up like that. It just pops out and you have to refresh. It's not live, like
So
for
you
me.
see everything You
yeah, and
can
then
trace it back until the
so it's
top up.
it's yes, it's actually I'm not sure about that, but it's modeled after chat boards. If you know chat boards, like if you look at old timey, it's kind of like Reddit. I feel so old explaining this to you, but I'll try. I'll really try. So back then, everything wasn't instant. There was no chat function.
Mm,
People just posted, and then
mm,
for each post, it's dated down to the second, so you know who posted first or who replied to what or whatever. Yahoo Groups was like the academic way of those or version of those chat boards. So you would when you enroll in a class, and then the beadle or the prof would ask for your email, and he would all add you to that chat or that group, Yahoo group. And then that's where he would post the syllabus, that's where he would post all the pertinent files and notes, and that's where our announcements are. I even remember in high school, so before college, it was that kind of version, but it was free. um
mm,
Sobrang pangit ng layout na when you move your cursor, there were sparkles trailing on the cursor. It's that type. And the background is like tiled clouds, na banking, like it's all cropped
mm,
out and weird. So for me, Discord is super clean. What I would hate is to bring all those elements back simply because I don't miss it. But for me, it's crazy now you guys are using it for school. Because for me, I go on Discord when I'm just playing games with my
yeah,
friends.
oo. I know
Like,
a
hey,
lot
you
of
want to go on
people
Discord? We just
using
chat
Discord
there
for
live.
games.
I actually read this article that there are discords, and this is related to fashion. Na parang this is where they discuss what's gonna come out in the next month, and then they save
Oh.
up to buy for it. And the dark underbelly of that is these people are the ones who have technology for them to get whatever they want if they have the money when it comes out. So they use bots or they use like tracking software to figure out,
Mm,
oh, this store is gonna come out with this
mm,
shoe. This shoe costs like, I don't know, let's say 5,000 pesos. We could sell it for 30,000 pesos. So like, it's a lot of stuff like
mm,
academics,
mm,
entertainment and leisure, and then now business. It's just so weird to me how technology moves at this pace. Now, it
mm,
feels slow, but at the same time, it's really groundbreaking
mm.
the way they do it. I just want to go back also to the other thing I mentioned, which was Clubhouse. So, are you familiar with Clubhouse?
Actually, there's this app that's very similar. I think
It's
if
Twitter Spaces.
no, no, there's this current new app,
Is it
parang
Calamansi?
Calamansi. Yes, Calamansi.
It's
Yeah,
exactly like Clubhouse but localized. How did you find out about Calamansi, if I can
there's
ask?
I have this hindi siya friend, pero someone a Twitter mutual, IG mutual,
Oh
who's
yeah?
a host, I think host ba tawag dun? Yun ba host ba tawag dun sa mga ano? I
Parang
think
like they have their own room or
yeah,
whatever.
parang gano'n, yung parang owner
Okay,
ng
okay.
room. So
Okay.
parang nag-aano siya, gumagawa siya, I'm not sure if spaces pa tawag dun. Basta gumagawa siya ng mga sessions niya sa Calamansi. So,
Wow.
yun that's how I found out about Calamansi, and I have it downloaded but I'm not really into the app.
Same. Kasi the layout is pulled directly from Clubhouse.
Mm,
But at the same time, even Clubhouse's layout isn't so inviting for me.
mm,
So Clubhouse is like this instant, para siyang may sari-sariling Discord, but the Discord server isn't permanent. So
mm,
let's say you schedule it like from 8 to 9,
mm,
there's gonna be a Clubhouse discussing this. And it was very appealing at the time kasi may opportunity ka to actually talk to some very high profile people.
mm,
Kasi Clubhouse started nga, it was like a tech app, Silicon Valley darling, whatever. Very, like, wala pa siyang ino-offer sa ibang platform. Ay, wala siyang, it was offering something that other platforms didn't have. But the bad side about the app was that it was elitist in the sense na only Apple users can have it.
oh.
Oh, during the time, like it was so crazy. Like they're alienating everything, and it was ano
Mm.
pa. It was by invite pa. I got an invite from a friend who got an
Ah.
invite from another person who was in the States. So that's
Mm.
how it made its way to the Philippines was via just invites. And
So parang exclusive ano siya, app siya
it was
to
exclusive. It was kind of elitist, which is why like other platforms have taken control over it. That's why we have Calamansi. But the whole idea of like having this like chat room from
mm.
the comforts of your home, same way that I feel like Twitter Spaces is. It's very interesting. Just throwing this out there. Maybe you wanna do that sort of thing too. I'm not sure if it fits your style, but you I know you also do some work with Kumu, if I'm not
No, yung
mistaken.
kalaban ng Kumu. Yeah.
Yung kalaban ng Kumu,
Yeah,
which
Bigo.
is oh,
Bigo.
okay. What's can you sorry, I feel so old again, pero what's the difference or what are these platforms about? To be honest with you, I don't have these things downloaded on my phone. All I know is when I see my friends' stories who are part of it, there's a lot of gems. There's a lot of diamonds
Yeah,
around,
oo.
and there's a lot of singing. There's a lot of hosting.
Yeah, oo.
Yeah, run me through it if you could.
So actually, apps like I'm not actually technically on both.
Mhm.
I'm streaming on one, but I'm just a viewer on the other because it's not allowed to do
Yeah.
both.
Okay, I got it. I
Kasi
got it.
magkalaban sila.
Uh huh.
So, yung for ang platforms kasi na 'to is like it's like ano rin, um, it's somehow like Facebook Live. However,
Okay.
wherein you could go live and
Streaming.
then yeah, streaming. You're just streaming on that certain time. Hindi pwed unlike Facebook na pwedeng i-replay yung live. On these apps you cannot replay. I as far as I remember.
After the stream is gone,
Yeah,
it's
oo.
gone.
There's no option to save it. So
Okay.
it is up to your viewers like if they're going to give a certain gift or a certain yeah, there's gifts and there's effects actually. Like in Kumu there are things like Chocolate Hills, Malacanang, very Filipino gifts. Parang yun talaga yung kanyang
Um.
premise. Mm-mm.
Sorry. Uh. What are gifts?
Gifts are
Are they
so
money?
yeah, they're
Yes.
convertible to money.
Okay, I
Pero
get it. Okay, okay.
parang siyang stars. Wait, I'm
Got
not
it.
sure.
Okay.
Yung stars ba sa Facebook is binibili? Like
Yeah. Some viewers they buy stars so they could give away stars.
okay.
Yeah.
Akala ko free yung stars. You give out stars. Like
I'm not sure actually, but that's how I
it's
know.
like
I know there's a
license, gano'n.
conversion rate from
Mm,
stars to peso and stuff.
mm.
So.
So yeah, yung gifts, you accept gifts, you receive gifts pala, you don't accept gifts. You
Oh,
have to
you
be
just
able
get
to
it.
accept it. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
And
okay.
then there's a
Y-
value per gift.
Okay, got it. So that's like
Ah.
currency. Like this
Mm.
one,
Mm.
it amounts to 10 pesos. This one, it amounts to
Yeah.
20 pesos. Yeah, you don't have to say probably which one amounts to which, but
Yeah.
I kind of get it.
Wait. We're
We're
okay.
back.
Okay, so
We
we're
had a short break. Sorry, Jacob.
yeah,
My
so
podcaster self is kicking in. That happens a lot. Yeah, we took a
mm.
short break and now we're back. Um, what else is there to talk about?
Yun. Actually recently, so I've mentioned kanina, 'di ba? I'm not really that into K-pop. Yeah, I casually listen. Pero actually recently I've been into listening to P-pop. Have you tried listening ba to P-pop? Like I think
When
it's the new wave of Filipinoy pop, I think.
when you say P-pop, yeah, just basing off your description, is it SB19?
Yeah, I think
Is
the
it
SB19.
Alamat?
Oh, there's
Is
I haven't heard
Alamat
of Alamat.
or Habagat or it's this other group? I'm gonna check right now. We have our internet with us. Is it MNL48 also?
I think MNL48 is part of P-pop as well.
Okay.
I think there's
Is that
Alamat.
what you're talking about? Yeah, Alamat. Um, when we say P-pop, it's under the same tree of like descriptions as like K-pop.
Yeah, oo.
Like in the same vein as dating all the way back to obviously BTS, but
Mm,
also Big Bang,
mm,
also down to the states we have NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, that type, right?
mm, mm.
Sorry, ang haba. I haven't actually listened to them, although I am aware of them. Same as you when you listen to K-pop, like I don't actively seek them out, but when it's there, I don't like if I hear it on the radio, I don't change the station. Um, what do you think about P-pop anyway? What made you interested in them in the first place?
Actually, one of the first P-pops that I've listened to was SB19, MNL 48,
Yeah.
and BGYO. The new one.
BBYO is
Yeah, the
you call them Bagyo or what? No, you just call them BBYO.
BGYO, I
You
think
don't
it's
call them Bagyo. I might get canceled. Magulat ako. The fans are gonna tell me you're saying it wrong.
um wait.
Anyway, I think I
I think
know
it's
of them.
BGYO.
Um, sorry. Why do you and you like them?
I I kind of listen to their songs and enjoy ko naman sobra. As in like
Okay.
as much as I did with like with normal pop songs. Like interesting
Yeah.
naman siya.
Um, I feel like the reason why I'm not listening is because of my own personal taste. But from a standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, from a branding standpoint, I feel like they're really just adding into the phenomenon of K-pop.
Mm.
What ano ba yung elements ng K-pop, 'di ba? Like really really good choreography, uh really well engineered music down to the elements, like they have the top brass of whoever in that industry providing them the songs, and it's pop. It's meant to be digested and thrown away, or I don't know how you say it. It's not. You can't compare it to like I don't know some other types of music that that need contemplation. Like it's just easy listening. That's how I see K-pop, right?
Mm.
But I don't really have any qualms about it. It's more of like how they posture themselves. Like it's really modeled after the K-pop model, and
Mm.
I feel like the K-pop industry is so successful simply because they invested so much money in
Mm.
it. From what I know, members take years
Mm.
for their practice, their training before they make their debut.
Mm.
Debut. Um, and I'm not sure if the same thing applies to P-pop. Do they undergo the same training? Do they
I'm
take enough time? Aesthetic wise, they look like K-pop,
mm.
but down to the process, is it the same? That's what I'm curious about.
I'm as far as I know, I'm not sure about the others, pero what I've recently seen is BGYO and Beanie, which is both from Star Hunt, which is under ABS. I
Beanie,
think the
Bini.
yes,
Is
Beanie.
this
Yun yung parang female count, parang
okay?
female
Cool,
din siya, girl group din
cool.
siya. So ABS actually made two K-pop groups, two P-pop groups, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Beanie and BGYO. And I think as far as I remember, parang ilang years din, 2 years ata silang tinrain for it.
Cool,
Mm-mm.
cool. Okay.
And actually, that's quite good actually kasi 'di ba there's a lot of attempts to make like a boy band or a girl group sa Philippines pero a lot
Mm-mm.
of times medyo epic
It
fail
it
sila or
yeah,
flop.
it falls
Mm.
short talaga. Feeling ko kasi they're just chasing a copy of a
Mm.
copy. If I may be wrong pero K-pop as a genre to me, parang they're carrying over all the elements from Western pop,
Mm.
like all the uh biggest names in pop. But even historically, like they're taking from Japan's city pop, they're taking all the parang it's not it's not intrinsically Korean. You know
Mm-mm.
what I mean? Like I'm not sure what cultural impact is embedded in K-pop, but they just made it out of something and they made it their own. And then for us to copy that mold, but I'm just thinking there's a better way to do it. Maybe you could pull the process, but the actual look of it can be different. Um, did you know that the, most of the some of the biggest Filipino songs are actually like borrowed from songs in Japan. Yung mga
Oh.
ganun, like yeah, I can't pull any names right now, but you know in hip hop like yung biggest song ni Andrew E, it's pulled from a US hip hop group naman that
Mm.
happened 2 years ago. And even with Parokya ni Edgar, yung Harana, it's pulled from the Philippines, but it's pulled from someone else. It used to be a ballad, and then now it's more commonly known in that form. So that kind of borrowing, nah, I don't want to say it's like appropriation or anything, but I feel like there's power in just getting elements from everywhere else
Mm-mm.
and not just K-pop because you're chasing a copy of a copy by then.
Mm-mm.
But do you have any? Could you tell me more about like? Do they have any differentiation like these members like BGYO and SB19? Like, but what's their appeal to you? Like, why do you want to know more about the members if you do want to know more about the members? Um, that's what I'm curious about. Like for BTS and for other K-pop groups, like they're so invested into their
Mm-mm.
lives. They've made their own uh the I don't know, but the whole fan cam thing, I feel like it originated in K-pop. Yeah, I mean, like there's such a, they're so magnetic
Mm-mm.
in itself. Like, does the same thing apply to these P-pop groups?
Wait, I'm clarifying lang on fancam. Fancam is yung ano, no? Parang, what's fancam?
For me, from what I know, like fan cams are like, there's a whole performance, right?
Yung focus
It's
lang on one, ano,
yeah, it's
one,
just
oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay, oo.
yeah.
Yeah. Parang yun nga din napansin ko ngayon eh, na parang, there's also, parang sa start na rin yung ganong trend sa mga P-pop groups. Like, there's a
Cool.
bias na, not
Okay.
anymore focused on the group itself as a whole. Parang there are solo stands ba tawag nun? Or whatever, ano naman tawag dun? Hindi ko na rin alam.
Biases, like they
Yeah,
just like
oo.
one person
Mm-mm.
from the group.
Mm-mm.
I don't even know why they have to pick someone, but it's also like the way I think about it is like if you're watching a show, let's say Naruto or whatever, I like Naruto or I like Sasuke, and like you have to make a choice. I feel like it applies to the same thing,
Mm-mm.
but it's been perfected. Na they really have such a strong pull and pop. Like the fact that K-pop is global
Mm-mm.
means so much. So I don't know, like for me it doesn't, I just don't want it to be put in a way na we're chasing after the same kind of glory that they have. Because for sure, um how long has K-pop been around anyway? What's gonna be the next trend? Why not
Yeah.
chase that instead, right? But you know, tayo mga Pinoy, we're talented naman.
Mm-mm.
Like we really have the talent.
Actually, to add lang din, actually, I found this video the other day. Na
Yeah.
parang interesting fact pala na before before K-pop was a thing, that the best-selling Asian girl group, I think, or Asian group in general,
Was.
is Sex Bomb Girls.
Oh, for real? Like
Yeah.
globally?
No, no, no. Asian. Asian.
Oh, wow. I mean, how many seasons has Daisy Shete had, right? And
Mm-mm.
like there's such a, I don't know, maybe in a lot of ways we were kind of like advanced, but
Mm-mm.
I think it also boils down to government support. I
Mm-mm.
know that the K-pop industry has a lot of backing from
Oh.
their own country. The same way that South Korea has supported gaming and video games. Like
Mm.
they made their internet so fast there. Um, they're really on that cutting
Mm.
edge. And for us, like just recently, in hip hop naman, which is completely different. Just a few days ago, there was this song na parang nag-viral siya ng konti, and it's because of this guy, like one of the members of that hip hop group. He pronounces things wrong, like pas pas is pash pash, and bas bas
Oh.
is bash bash, and the stylistic way of saying it, parang naging LSS siya sa ibang tao, but the
Mm.
way that they reacted to it was that they didn't like it. Like, what has hip hop come to? Bakit ganito ng music ngayon? I wish I was born in a different era. That kind of sentiment, it really doesn't sit well with me, because the same sentiment could be applied outside of hip hop, like even with pop, like, oh, uh, Mariah Carey is so good. I hate Ariana Grande. Parang, why is there a comparison in the
Mm.
first place? Or even with like, oh, eto na namang mga Pinoy gaya-gaya. I mean, if it's another country doing it, it wouldn't be seen in the same
Mm.
way. Like, even in the hip hop thing, other people in the states, they've already made, some people can rap sounding like a kid or like an infant, and it's making waves. Like, it's fun to listen to. Yun lang yung mga weird na parang, I don't know. I don't want to blame the Filipino condition on it. I feel like other countries have done the same. I just don't want us to be imprisoned in our own minds na parang we have to see things in that light. Um, I'm not sure if that's what this is what you wanted to talk about and you brought it up. Um, P-pop, I'm not really sure about the genre.
Mm.
Even OPM, I'm not even sure about the genre. There's been a lot of criticism about OPM in the past,
Yeah. Mm.
but people have still been using it. Um, P-pop might be the same thing. I mean, why not just call it pop, right? K-pop
Mm.
is, for me, like, it's not a nationalistic thing. It's a branding thing to
Mm.
separate themselves. When we go with P-pop, it's more of like following the same path that K-pop had made, right?
Mm.
So I don't know. Maybe just call it something else. But if you have any recommendations for songs from these groups, feel free to send it to my messenger, like, soon, because I really want to know these guys then.
Mm.
I feel like music in general is so interesting, and
Mm.
ang dami talaga nangyayari.
Yeah.
There's, I know there's an SB19 and Ben collab coming.
Oh.
So that might be like the biggest thing. I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
Ben too, but the fact that it's happening, which is good, right?
Mm.
What else? Do you know this streamer called Ako Si Doggy? Ako Si Doggy, or people just call him
No.
Doggy. Like, I think he's a video game streamer from the
Oh.
Mobile Legends, and he's like at the same level now, or maybe reaching the same level as Team Payaman and Kong. Like, he's a big name.
Oh.
Yeah, he's that big.
Okay.
He's making music now, and
Ah.
even si Rene J, he's making music now. If you know Rene J, do you know Rene J?
No.
Rene J naman, he's also an ML streamer, and then he's also known on TikTok for doing the
Mm.
dances and being famous on TikTok just because. And now he's also venturing to music. Yung mga ganun, but it's very, you know, interesting. Like, I don't want to pass judgment on it. I just want to see where it goes. Same with P-pop. Like,
Mm.
do you feel like P-pop is gonna, but hopefully they just call it pop, right?
Mm.
I
Yeah.
wish the best for SB19. These guys are really talented.
Pero
They've
actually
done
yung
a lot.
OPM din kasi is not labeled as pop din, 'di ba?
It's
Like
original Filipino music,
they're trying to make OPM a genre, I think.
which is so bad. Like, what kind of genre is OPM? Now
Yeah,
you
kasi
can
parang
branch.
I think sa Spotify OPM is a separate genre eh.
What kind
Or
of
like
genre is OPM? Like, Aegis mixed with Bullet Dumas. Is that the same? Is that the same genre? Are you pairing Shay and Abra with Karil? I don't know. Like, I'm not really sure about this whole. I was never sure about this whole OPM thing. This P-pop thing could change. Let's see.
mm,
If it's a branding thing, I can't hate them for it. They needed something different. Is there like I-pop for Indonesia pop or T-pop for Thai pop? I don't know, but I know that K-pop has made a mark, and I feel like other Asian countries are trying to get in on that too.
Pero 'di
Um,
ba Japan has J-pop ba?
J-pop is way different for me. The way I see J-pop is both the choreographed groups, but
Mm.
also the bands with
Hmm.
who play rock. Like there's J-rock. J-pop is also different.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe if they try hard enough, P-pop might be more commonplace than
Hmm.
what we think. So
Pero
I'm
since
excited for all of that. Sorry.
yeah. Pero so I was trying to divert things kasi 'di ba you mentioned kanina about yung government support. So I was trying to divert it to election kasi you mentioned about election
Okay.
kanina.
Yeah, yeah.
I was finding my segue na.
Did you watch the Villar ad?
Oh
The
yeah,
Father's
I
Day
was
ad?
actually like, anong
They're really making moves na, no?
yeah, parang
This is a reminder for everyone
yeah.
listening to register for the elections.
I actually
Um,
I actually just set an appointment for mine and I got
yeah,
an
it's weird.
appointment for August. So,
It's weird. Like I don't
sobrang
know why they have to
tagal.
set an appointment, but
Oo.
I hope people make it to register by September.
Yeah, there's like
And
100 days, less than 100 days. Kasi I saw the 100-day mark yesterday, 2 days ago, I think. So it's less than 100 na lang.
we've learned our lesson. Let's be more wary of how social media works.
Yeah.
You guys, I know I don't want to put it on you, but Gen Z has such a wide, like you guys are a different breed talaga when it comes to knowing about the internet and how platforms work. I'm getting out of touch. I'm not entirely on TikTok. I'm not on Bigo. So I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty optimistic for these elections. I just don't like the whole feeling of it. Walls are gonna get plastered with posters
Yeah.
again. People are gonna make jingles. You know what I don't want to happen? Sana SB19, Ben and Ben, they don't make a political jingle for another politician. Like I know the money's gonna be good, but it's gonna harm your reputation long time, you know. And
Pero ang daming celebrities that got bashed due to their chosen political side.
for sure, like we don't have to name names, but
Like
we know
even
who they
if
are.
during election, oo.
Yeah, some of these celebrities are related by blood to
Mm.
these politicians, which you can't hate at the same time.
Mm.
Um, we really just have to be mindful and vigilant and really active when it
Mm.
comes to what's gonna happen next. Because I'm figuring the next 6 months are gonna be so weird,
It's
and
going to be so messy.
the next year is gonna be so messy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on. Watch out on Facebook. Here's one thing pala. What do you think about people who said na, oh, I don't like Facebook anymore, that's where all the dumb people are? Like in light of the elections, like there's a lot of bad or wrong opinions
Parang
everywhere.
I'm not sure tama ba yung term na gatekeep? Like they're gatekeeping like smart people on
You could
Twitter,
say
parang
that.
ganon. Tama ba 'yon?
You could say that,
Yeah.
yeah. Kasi in a way they're keeping them out of the platform. But yeah, just I wish it wasn't like that.
Mm.
I hate Facebook, by the way.
Mm.
I just told you I like looking through Facebook, but I actually hate Facebook because what they did by making the platform available for everyone without any sense of moderation. Fake news is so rampant now, which is so
Yeah,
hard.
oo.
You just need to watch out for that. I just don't want to see people I respect fall into a trap of like fulfilling giving someone a platform. Like I don't want to see my favorite artists, you know, support someone I don't like, and maybe even someone I like. Like I don't know how that plays out. Like I wish they had some more grit. Now people could just speak out more.
Mm.
So that's what I'm hopeful for. Who knows, like, there might be a politician that might be on Bigo, and then he's gonna be like, guys, pag binoto nyo ako, I'm gonna give you guys beans, or gonna give you guys diamonds, or whatever. Like, that kind of like transaction is so popular now. Who knows, someone might be like, oh, namimigay kami ng Leica gems or whatever. you know it's a new language that we have to adapt to, and
Mm.
that's gonna be bastardized for political will or whatever. I don't know, man. Like, I have a lot of feelings about that, but I'm gonna see what it's gonna be like when it's there.
Pero I really can't ano din what's going to happen in the next 12 months. Parang I can't even see what's going parang I can't envision how messy it's going to become.
I read a study from Reuters that
Mm.
said that people are trusting the media more, which is good, and they're also losing trust on social media.
Oh, that's
So,
good kasi 'di ba
yeah, the
during mga
2016,
2016 to 2019 I'd say, 2018,
such a
mga
crazy
ganong
time.
yeah, that was really dark times.
Yeah. We know how kung sino man
Mm.
yung nasa taas, we know how they got there, and we
Yeah.
don't want to repeat that same kind of process. Um, we just have to look out
And
and
we know how Facebook has really contributed a lot in what happens now, how everything turned out.
yeah, it's
Mm.
up to people in I hate this, people in my generation, because the people in my generation, they actually are in positions not only to vote, but to support their pick in a variety of ways.
Mm.
People in ad agencies, they can make the
Mm.
campaigns for these
Actually, I saw nga sa
in
Twitter,
PR.
mm.
Yeah,
There
sorry.
I saw sa Twitter one time ata, parang TARP owner siya or TARP printer siya, gano'n.
Mm.
Parang there was this big offer for him to print all these posters for a redacted personality, and he rejected the offer kahit malaking amount daw. So, yeah, I hope more people are like that.
What I'm also afraid of is, with the arrival of vaccines, I just don't want
Mm.
that to be a bargaining chip na, hey, if you
Yeah,
vote for me, you're gonna get the vaccine. Like,
lalo na
I don't.
ngayon.
That's the conspiracy theorist in me speaking, which I don't want to think about it as real or to entertain that thought. Um, down the line, whatever choices we have, like
Mm.
this coming year, it's gonna affect us in the next 6 years. And who knows, diba? Parang our choices define us, and in the future, you're taking up com in Ateneo,
Mm.
and who knows where you might end up, diba? Parang you might be in an agency, you might actually be, I don't know. Do you see yourself running for office in the future, or even assisting someone running for office in the future? It's the kind of like
Pero
where
actually, after watching Scandal, parang gusto ko yung ano, have you watched Scandal na ba?
I know of it. Do you want to be the person behind the scenes, like
Yeah,
manipulating?
like like the role of of Kerry Washington dun yung she's a fixer ata or parang publicist ba siya doon or something like that. Basta
Mm,
parang whenever there's a mess in the White House,
she
she
fixes it.
yeah, fixer. Yeah. I think that's the job title, I think. Kasi yun parang after
I heard
watching
that
it,
pays well. I heard that pays well. You just need to have a conscience for it.
yeah.
Communications in itself is such an important thing that it
Mm-mm.
affects everything. Internal communications within companies and external communications towards the world. Whatever plans people running in the next elections have, they've had it in their pocket now for years.
Mm-mm.
And now with the help of agencies, they're gonna activate those plans. So we just have to watch out. Who knows nga, in the future we might be actually have a bigger role in these things. Um Sana lang may konsensya tayo, diba?
Mm.
Make it right. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird, hopefully good next year, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. It's really kalat. But I know there are some initiatives there who have a good heart, and for us, we just need to register and vote
Mm.
and exercise our right to vote. The youth vote is, I know it's far from being 100%.
Mm.
Like a lot of people don't vote, so I
Yeah,
hope we do. Do you want to end it there?
I guess so. So we can end
Sige.
it there. Okay.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of topics, and it's good. It's good again talking to you, Jacob.
Yeah,
I like conversing with you.
super. I enjoyed this one. Actually, I know I keep saying this every episode, but eto talaga pinaka-legit ko na I super enjoy this conversation.
That's
I know I
cool.
keep saying this every episode, but eto,
I mean, you can mean it every time, right?
I mean
It's
it
not
the
like you
most this
tear it.
time.
Thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, so super kasi it's also quite some time that I wanted to talk about pop culture. I just couldn't find the right time, right person to do it with. And yeah, finally things went on its right place. When it basta napunta na sa tamang lugar yung mga bagay-bagay.
Yes, got it. Nailed it.
Yun.
Likewise, I like having these conversations
Mm-mm.
too. Thank you again for having me. Um, till the next time, I guess.
Yeah, season 3.
Let's see. Let's see.
One each. May ano talaga, may required one ano, one guesting per season. So
Okay.
yeah, I guess we'd wrap it up from there. And that's it for this week's episode of the Ganito Kasi Yan Pod.